Morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for joining me for our new KW Agent website workshop. As I'm sure you all know, we recently made a change to upgrade the consumer websites. So the back end is going to look a little bit different, but it is still pretty easy to navigate. Before we actually jump in to the website platform, I just want to point out two quick things. First, if you are not familiar with answers.kw.com, get familiar. This website is phenomenal for how-to guides, quick or longer articles with images and lots of other really helpful tips and tricks for virtually anything you're looking for on command. Whether you need help navigating the new consumer features, you want to look at smart plan tips, contacts, virtually anything, you can find it in here. You can search for consumer, and this will see all of the articles that are linked to the new agent sites, as well as the consumer app. So any questions that you have, you can find it here. It's very basic, such as upgrading your site, editing the home page, changing your URL, etc., etc. Now, additionally, in Command, before we jump into the consumer area, I'd like to remind everyone about the marketing profile. So when you click on your name on that upper right corner, and whoops, not my profile, my apologies. You're actually going to go to, oops, bear with me, I clicked the wrong thing. You're going to go to settings. And then from here, under connect settings, you'll click on marketing profile. Now, the marketing profile is used to brand your agent site. It also pulls data when you are creating designs and email templates. And all of this information will pull automatically into your KW website. So whenever you're adding a contact me widget or anything that's about me, it will pull this information. So if you ever wanted to update your headshot, make sure all of your contact details are correct, update your bio, make note of any languages you speak, areas you specialize in, etc. You're going to do that here. Additionally, you want to make sure you have the correct phone number, email, and your website. And under the social links, this is where you can put your personalized social media profile. So you can link your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc. Additionally, if you are a Google Analytics user, you can put that tracking ID in here, and you can now put that in your consumer website as well. So just a reminder, if you're ever looking at a page and you see something is incorrect, you want to go into your marketing profile to make that change. Now that we've reviewed those few quick things, we're going to jump into the new agent website. I have already upgraded my new site. If you are an agent that's been with us for a little bit and you had the previous website, you still will need to go in and upgrade your site at this point in time. Eventually, they will automatically turn over. I just don't know when that point will be. But again, you can go to answers.kw.com. It just walks you through anything that you need to review, have questions about, etc. And you are going to see an upgrade my site button. And it's just a couple clicks and then you are good to go. Once you have upgraded to the new site, your consumer applet is going to look a little bit different. So you're going to see my website here. And this button will take you into a new platform for the website customization. Before we get there, just want to highlight a few additional things. Website settings, this is where you can change your subdomain. Now, I don't recommend doing this frequently or often, but let's say you signed up with us a little while ago and you want to simplify your URL, maybe you're doing a little rebranding, you can come in and change it here. Just note that, remember, you don't want to be changing this frequently because if someone tries to visit your website and you've changed the URL, they're not going to be able to find you. This is also where you are going to find your branded app link. So everyone has a branded app link, just like they have a customized web page. This connects into the consumer app, so it's the KW Buy and Sell app. And this link will allow you to send this to your clients. They can click on it, download the app, and ideally you should be automatically listed as their agent. Under preferences, you are going to see three options. You can display the Keller Home Loans, Keller Covered, or Neighborhoods. For us, I would recommend disabling the Keller Home as well as the Keller Covered, just because we don't offer these things, but we do want to keep the neighborhoods displayed on the website. So you can go ahead and click Save Changes. And then last but certainly not least, we have a forced registration option. So it sounds a little scary when you hear forced registration, but I promise it's not. Essentially, it allows you to control how many properties a consumer can view on your website before they are prompted to register and create an account. There are some options. You can have it unrestricted, so someone can be on your website forever and ever, and you're never going to ask to capture their info. You can go the complete opposite and not let them see a single property without registering, or you can have them view 2 or 10. Now, there's no wrong or right way. It's personal preference, and you can always come in here and change this. I would start with 2. That way you give your the consumers a little taste of what the website is before they are prompted to register. And again, this is just helping you to capture their information. Once they register on your website, they are added into your command database. And so long as they are logged in on the website or the consumer app, you're actually able to then view their viewing activity because they have that account created with you. So once you have all of these changes, you come down here and click on Save Changes, and you're all set. All right, so now we're going to click on the Edit My Website button, and this is where we are going to jump into the new dashboard. If you are coming here for one of the first few times, you are going to get this nice little pop-up that will guide you through the new platform. There is, you can see it, it's a little shaded here, but there is a tour button. So if you don't want to take the tour, let me just hide these controls, they're in my way. There we go. So I can click take a tour, and let's say I got distracted or I clicked out of it, I can always then click that tour button and it'll take me right there. So this looks a little bit different. Different things can be a little scary, but that's okay. It's just because they're brand new and it's just something new that we're going to learn and tackle. Just an FYI for everyone that any changes that you make on this website will take 24 hours to reflect. So if you're following along with me now or watching this on YouTube and you're following along and you make some changes, don't freak out if you don't see them reflected right away. Wait about 24 hours and then they will be live for everyone to see. On our dashboard, we're going to see we have our website here with the URL. We have a quick start option and then an edit your website section. So in the quick start section, this allows you to quickly start to create a blog post, a custom page or landing page, as well as some different templates that you can incorporate. We'll come back to that. And then you're going to see edit your website. Now there are 3 default pages that come with the new website. It's about the agent, the home page, of course, and the blog list page. And then you have your contact me custom form as well. Now, what's really great about this is that the blogs are now automatically incorporated. So if I want to visit my website really quickly, you can see we have this new refreshed look. So it's a little bit sleeker, more modern. I think it looks really nice. As we scroll down, we're going to see my blog, which is defaulted to a buyer's guide, but there's 4 parts that you can see right off the bat and a read more. So nothing that you even need to do, but now you have a blog on your website so you can easily share that content as well. And then we have this really nice redesigned contact me section and about me. I really like this because it's sleek, it makes your profile picture pop, it's easy to read, very easy to navigate, and it just looks pretty darn good. So let's go in and start to edit some of our home pages. So I'm going to go to that home page. So I'm going to click on Page, Home Page. And we're going to see there are different modules that we can customize. You can click on this button to expand or collapse all of them. I recommend doing that so you can see everything right here. What was that? I'm sorry.
How did you get there?
So we are going to simply click on the page homepage under edit your website. I'm gonna clear the changes that I didn't actually make. And here is where then we can start to edit. So you're gonna see what that page looks like here. And then the widgets and modules are here. So like I said, I'm gonna expand all of them just so we can see everything here. So the first module is the listing search module. The default text is let's find your dream home. You can make this whatever you want. Of course, you want to be compliant and you want to be professional. But if you want to, write Amanda DeMarco real estate, for example, I can go ahead and make that my header. I can also upload some different carousel images. Now, they come with some default ones. I wouldn't worry about this too much because the default images are really nice. But if you did want to customize anything, you can upload some images, whether you have approval from past clients to post their photos or maybe just scenery pictures from an area you specialize in. You can do that right here simply by clicking Add Image and upload files, and it will allow you to upload the image that way. Additionally, you can see the 3 default images that come with it. And we can view them either as a list view or a grid view. Now let's go into the listing list. Now this is a really, really cool feature that is gonna be pretty widely used, I think. So on our homepage, under where it's the search area, you can find some featured properties. Now I went in and I made this change already. And I made this reflect to say Keller Williams Park Views properties. Again, you can say Amanda DeMarco's featured properties or Rutherford homes for sale if there's an area that you specialize in. On the back end, we have the ability to, first and foremost, either hide this or display it. So it's up to you if you want to see this widget. You have full control over that title. So again, you can make that say whatever you'd like. If you'd like to add in a description, you can. The current description is check out my featured properties. So I'm gonna say, check out all of the properties for sale by Keller Williams Park Views. Now, we're gonna get to the fun part where you can actually customize the listings that are showing up. So you're gonna see there is basic and dynamic, keep it on dynamic, and you have 2 different areas to look at. First, you're gonna see a location or the center point. This is always going to default to your office address. So this is gonna pull the information based on where your home office is. That's why we're seeing the Rutherford office address. I don't,
You can, if you scroll down,
change it.
scroll down. What is it? Like keywords. If you put in the keywords and you put the town name, then you can make it focus on.
Perfect.
So like if you put a plus sign, let's say for Hawthorne, isn't that you type? Well, you're supposed to be able to type right now. So,
Let's give this a save. And just a little, no wonder I have an error somewhere. Remove that. Okay, save that. Just a little background, this is a relatively new platform, so there are gonna be a couple hiccups here and there. I wonder if it's because,
yeah, like you were in the right spot. Keywords, yeah, start typing.
Oh, Look at that, I have to type in the type box, there we go. So, you know, I'm Philip Mole.
I don't know. Alright, so now give it a second, it should change the 3 properties that are there, what do they say?
So, let's see if we can scroll here. Claire Hawthorne. Okay, so, I know it's a little bit small to see. I've already programmed these first few properties to be listings in our office. But as we scroll, I can now see that that keyword that I typed in is showing up. So this is a property on Hawthorne Place. This is a property in Hawthorne. Again, I'm seeing more Hawthorne properties, so just like Kim mentioned, you can come here and apply certain keywords and they will filter in your properties highlight as well.
I just learned that right now.
I'm gonna remove that just for now, and just bring it back up here to show you that you can change the number of displayed. I believe 10 is the maximum. You can change your search mile radius. So again, if you want to focus on the specific area around your market center, you can type in whatever mile radius you want. You can sort your listings by recently updated, price, dates on site, etc. And here's where we can actually add in our featured listings. So,
That's what those are first, because you added those. right?
exactly, I added these a little bit ago, so I have a couple properties in here, Aileen, yours is listed here as well. I've got Daniel Lorch's property, Pam Mejia's property, because I myself, as you all know, not an agent, so I wanna just pick some examples of your properties to highlight here. And if you were to add in your property, you simply click on this plus sign button and start to type in the address. So Vesna, what's that property in Dumont that you have?
129 New York Avenue.
So when I type in 129 New York, Dumont, New Jersey, we're gonna see that that pops up right here. So I'm gonna click on that listing. And again, I know it's very tiny. There we go, just refreshed, but now I'm able to see. Right here, 129 New York Ave. So that property now reflects right there. So again, this is a great way to highlight your properties if you're working on a team, if you have a couple agents that you're very close with, or, you know, just highlighting other properties in your area of expertise. And you can have up to 10. And then as Kim mentioned yesterday, you can also filter the rest of the listings coming in. So if you don't have any properties set, you can still put some parameters. If you only want to see houses that are for sale. If you want to see only actives, if you only want to see homes, if you only want to see condos. With this section, less is more. Don't put in keywords just for the hell of it. You really just want to have a few items in there to focus on your specific area or properties, but don't go crazy because you don't want to limit the amount of properties that are being filtered into the search. Does that make sense for everyone? Awesome. So now I'm going to minimize that section. And I'm going to come down to the testimonials. Now, I don't have any testimonials, which is why even though they are displayed as the default, it's not showing up on my site. But once we add in the testimonials, and I'll show you how to do that, this is where we can again type in, you know, testimonials for Amanda Marco. Check out what all of her past clients are saying. Again, I don't know if this is the wording that you actually want to use or not, it's completely up to you. This is just my off the cuff example. And then you can either have them dynamically sorted in or basic. Again, keep it on dynamic, it just makes things a little bit easier. But here is where we can publish 1 to 9 of the testimonials that we have. You can also filter them. So if you only want to show specific listings, you can do that. So for example, I want to see only the stars. And I want to see anyone who's giving me a minimum of 4 stars. I could have 100 reviews, 100 testimonials. Let's say 20 of them are 3 stars or below. When I have this filter on, whoever's on my website won't be, it's not gonna show any of those 3 or below ratings. Those scores will still affect your overall star rating, but you're not gonna be able to see those testimonials on your page, so you have a little bit of control there. You can also filter by certain cities, states, etc. And just a reminder, once this is all populated, it will display in between your featured properties and the blog. Finally, last but not least, this is the blog here. Unless you have a great idea, don't go too crazy with this, especially when you're first creating and making some edits to your site. Just leave the blog as is. You've got great content, it's got the nice imagery, you know it's compliant and it's written nicely, just leave it for now. That's a great question. I don't know if it will change automatically, how often they update this. That's something I can definitely find out. I don't know the answer off the top of my head. But you can come in here and say, you know, I want to display only 1 blog post or 2 or 3. You can sort them as well, filter them, and here is where you can see. Okay, so yeah, so what I just did was I clicked on this little search icon. And this is gonna show me all of the different custom pages that I have. So we see on these custom pages, there's blog posts, so I have those 4 blog posts here already. I have a feeling that this is gonna be it that KW provides to you unless there's some bigger update. And it may be up to the agent to go in and publish new blog posts, but we'll get to that as well, and then you can always come back on your main page and set the parameters to show your most recent blog posts, etc. Once all of this looks good, we're gonna go ahead and click that save button. Again, just a reminder, some changes may take 24 hours to reflect. Some of them don't. So I changed this to say Amanda DeMarco Real Estate. As we can see, my little description here has populated as well. And here are some of my Keller Williams listings.
There's also 39 on 13.
I put in the wrong listing for that one. I was like, that's not our agency.
Yeah, no, it's 39.
So what does that tell you? Triple check. Very easy to make mistakes, especially because when you're putting in any of those properties, you're typing in that address and it's giving you a whole big list. So, you know, as always, just triple check your work because you always want to make sure it looks good. And I did not do a good job of that, so thanks for pointing that out. And then we have our blog post here. Any questions so far about making some updates to your homepage? Awesome. I'm now going to return the dashboard, and this is going to bring me back to that main page. Next, we're going to check out the About the Agent section. So again, we're going to click on that from the default page area. We have our 4 modules here. I'm going to expand them all. So this is just saying, do we want to hide or display our agent profile module, which is this module right here. Again, this is pulling from your marketing profile. So it's taking your headshot, your location, your contact info, etc. Next, it's going to ask if we want to display the details module. So I'm going to click on display. There's an about section, so I can hide or display that as well. And then we have the preferred vendor link section here. So you do have the ability to plug in any vendors that you work with. So Alpha Moving, for example, is a great option. They are the premier moving company that we love to partner with. So you can always come in here. You know, you could say recommended vendors, my preferred vendors. It's got great descriptive text here, so you can certainly show what you want. Display. Vendors. I'm gonna save this. Now let me return to the dashboard because I'm drawing a blank as to how we actually get those vendors. Aha, to set up an account or add or edit vendors, click this link. See, it tells you exactly what you need to do. You just gotta read. And I'm talking to myself. There it is. So while we wait patiently for this to work, oh, look at this, I actually did not visit this section yet, so we are going to go through this together. So vendor list, select an office. Vendors, let's see. Seems like it's giving you a lot of options to choose from. Again, this is bringing this to a third-party site, so this looks like it's brought to us by Easy. I'm gonna come in and add a vendor. So the vendor name is gonna be Alpha Moving. Our contact is Max Hansen. It's just, let's say it's Max at alphamoving.com. Don't know his number off the top of my head. Vendor type. There's a lovely search bar, moving company. Ideally, I would upload their logo there. I can type in specific counties, and I'm gonna add that vendor. Wait patiently for this to load. Still waiting patiently. There we go. So now we can see I have Alpha Moving as my vendor here. You can continue and add in as many as you want. So, you know, of course, all of our Carnegie entities, Carnegie Title, Carnegie Home and Auto, Carnegie Mortgage Partners, but any other vendors that you have great relationships with, you can highlight them on your website. We go back to the dashboard. Now let's add a page to our website. When you're on the site, you're gonna see there's that About Me page, so this is that page that we have just edited. Boom, that works pretty quickly. I've got Alpha Moving right here. So if I click on Alpha Moving, I'm gonna see this here, so I'd be able to visit their website. If I click this, this is gonna send a message and go into my command, but then we know that it's going to be about our vendor. So that is pretty cool. We have the search properties here, so this will bring you to that search area, which I hope everyone is familiar with. Blog page, more, so here's where people can leave a review, etc. Back in here. So let's add a page. I can quick start with any of these pages here, but if I click on the plus button next to the search page, it's gonna show me all of the different types of modules and pages that are available. So here we do have blog posts, the custom page, landing page, the 2 templates, which are awesome, and then if you wanted to embed any information, you can do that here as well. So I'm gonna make a new page for the mortgage calculator. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the previous site. To get this mortgage calculator, we actually had to go to the mortgagecalculator.org website, get the HTML iframe code, go back into our website, paste that code in, pray that it looked good. But now all of that is completely loaded in here for us. So we have the mortgage calculator section. You can come in here and change that internal name. If you wanted to have a heading, you can do that. But this is going to show you that you can have the mortgage calculator here. And then the contact me form. You can add in additional modules if you wanted. So this is where you can find different ways to add in images, pictures, testimonials, videos, etc. Just a little reminder, you don't have to do all of this stuff. I'm showing you everything that you can do, but you don't need to spend hours and hours and all of this time making these pages so customized and so unique. At the end of the day, the main reason that someone is coming to your website is to search for properties. It's not to learn more about you, it's not to learn about where you were licensed and your career and history and about the office. While that information is important, at the end of the day, people want to find their next home. That's why the homepage is going to be the search area. It's not going to be your profile or anything like that. So I just like to remind you guys that, if you have it, you're already in great shape. As David Radney once said, you don't have to make it perfect, you just have to do it. I get caught up in not wanting to publish things or release them until they're 100% perfect, but then that could take forever and I might never share that. So even if it's not perfect, it's better than having nothing. As soon as you have set up this page, you're going to click on the green publish button. And now this page has been added to our website. When I click on return to dashboard, we are now going to see under custom pages, I have my mortgage calculator. Again, I could click on this and go back into that edit page and make any changes that I would want to change. Quick side note, since there is so much on this website builder and there's lots of different areas, in addition to this tour button, you're going to notice this question mark. You can click on this and regardless of what page you're on, it's going to give you detailed information on everything that you're looking at. So for example, if I come back to the home page and I want to make some more tweaks, I can click on the question mark and it's going to show me the search component, how to edit your featured properties, how to edit your blog, what it is and how to do it. There are links for you to go to answers.kw.com or other sites where you're going to find videos or step-by-step guides. So even if you're taking this class and in 2 days you're like, all right, I'm going to dig in and do it, and then you forget, it's quite all right. Click on that question mark regardless of what page you're on, and it's going to give you information that will help you get through everything. Of course, I'm always here to help, but you never know what gems you may find in that search area. Now, I just want to also remind everyone the difference between a custom page and a landing page. A custom page is designed to live on your website, so that can be anything from highlighting a client experience or vendor or a property. A landing page is going to live outside of your URL, so that's for something that may not always be evergreen. So if you have a listing or an open house. With that being said, the landing pages are very different than what they were on the previous website. There is no, at this point in time, pure listing widget. So if you wanted to create a standalone page for your property, you're actually better off just using that property link from your website. So I'm gonna come here, just gonna click on this listing. So this is a listing in Clifton. Scroll through, view everything, it's gonna have whatever agent's website you're on, their information will show here. The listing office and agent will be listed here under courtesy of. So you can absolutely take this page and share it with people. We can also take this page and turn it into an open house sign-in sheet, which I think we can also use as a landing page. So. This is not my listing, right? This is our agent Pam's listing. Let's say I'm running her open house for her. I am on my website, amandademarco.kw.com, and I'm on the property page. At the back end of the URL, if I put /open house and hit enter, this will now create an open house sign-in sheet or just a contact sheet, depending on what way you're using it. Now the URL will change slightly, so it'll be more condensed. And I believe that this is the only place where it actually says open house. And that's key because you can then feel confident sharing it even outside of that open house situation. What is different than the previous website is that while you can still see the images and that basic information, you can't view the full details like we used to be able to do. But someone can still fill in their information and click on submit. So let me go ahead and, who can I make up? Missy Elliott, why did she pop in my head? I don't know. Phone number is required. Hit submit. Hold on a second. That's why I would need to check off that box and then hit submit. So now that I've hit submit on this page, I can actually click on the property to learn more about it, be taken to that listing. I can scan the QR code. It's got my basic information here. And I just got a notification on my phone that I received an open house contact form from Missy Elliott. So that's pretty cool. Again, internally, it's gonna tell you open house form, but you can use this for other purposes. So if you wanted to have it outside of, whatever the case may be, you can always use that as just a simple contact form that relates back to that property. Let me just check the chat box. I believe that those are the basics for the website. Now, this is, again, relatively new. I'm hoping that they come out with some more features and customizations as the months go on, but at least now hopefully you guys have a great starting point at getting that homepage customized so you can have your specific text and featured properties, and if you want to continue to add in more information, you can. Testimonials, I forgot testimonials. I knew I was forgetting something. Gonna click on the plus sign button. Miscellaneous content types, testimonial. Now, this is a little bit different where we're actually taking that testimonial information from another site and simply pasting it in here. So you can go to your Google reviews, your Zillow profile, your Facebook page, anywhere where you've collected great reviews, you can then simply put them in here. So let's say I got a 5-star rating and I'm gonna type my testimonial here. Amanda was amazing to work with. I don't know, got the job done quickly and efficiently, yada yada. Then I'm gonna go and put this person's information in, so let's pretend it wasn't my friend Missy Elliott. You have to put in since a client since date. You do not have to make this completely accurate. You can make it a little bit general, so let's say I met this person in May of 2022. I don't remember when it was, I'm just gonna pick a random day, doesn't matter. Type in their city, where they're from. Recommended, meaning did they recommend you? Now I'm gonna click on publish. Dashboard. Da, da, da. I made a note to myself as to where this would appear, and now I am blanking at the agent. Sorry, gang, my brain is having a hiccup, but I can't recall. I guess what we could do then is. Okay, so I can now create a new page, this is it. Page title. Testimonials. Notice how that just changed and reflected there. Page contents, add a module. Testimonial list. Testimonial carousel. Check out my testimonials, description. See what past clients have to say. Again, optional, you don't have to put that there, but you can. Click to add a testimonial. When I click on that plus button, all of my testimonials will pop up. I'm gonna select the one that I've added in there. And publish. So now we can see the preview page. So here we go. Testimonials, check out my testimonials, see what past clients have to say. And there's that 5.0 rating with the person's name, where they're from, and where they've been a client from since. So that is how you would then add in testimonials or any other information, is by creating new custom pages, and then you can add those specific modules. You can add multiple modules, so if you want to have testimonials and videos on the page, you can. You of course would have to have that video ready to go, but then they would show up underneath there. Any questions? It's a lot, feels like a lot.
Did they ever fix that issue that we had, well, why not all the listings were showing up?
I haven't heard back yet.
Yeah, I noticed my website still has like New York, like Staten Island properties, which I don't cover, so.
We'll take a look really quickly. If you guys do have any questions while you're working on this, again, please check answers.kw.com. Also, take advantage of this question mark button. Right now, it knows I'm creating a custom page. Many options for you. What does this do? What does that do? What is all of this? How can I add this? So it's all gonna come in right here. So it's, it is user friendly, you just have to figure out how to use the navigation. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you found some value in this. And as the work on the websites continues on the headquarters end of things, there's just gonna be more options for us to continue to make these pages our own. All right, guys, so good luck with everything. I hope that you create some fantastic pages and websites, and I'll see you for our next class.